Welcome back, folks, to Wingfield Edge. In this episode, we are talking about investor trust and what happens after someone commits capital. A lot of private equity conversations focus on the opportunity, the return, and the structure. Those things matter, but the investor experience does not stop once someone invests. Today, Corrie and I are talking about how Wingfield thinks about communication, transparency, reporting, and the systems behind the investor experience, because trust should not just be talked about, it should be built into the way the fund operates.
So when someone invests with Wingfield, I think it's really important for us that we establish a relationship with them and they feel a confidence in us.
Yes.
Is that one of the things that you felt was important when you started Wingfield, one of your passions?
Well, yeah, you were there in the beginning too.
Yeah.
So what we both feel, and that is that we really want people to have a relationship, feel connected. They can be actively involved or passively involved. Their level of engagement with us, the frequency of it isn't important, but what is important is that there's quality, there is that trust, there's respect for one another. They feel like they can get information and that they would build a relationship deeper and deeper over time, because this is actually personal, it's not distant. They can feel connected to us and to their money and to their investment. One of the reasons, I think, is because the purpose. We all share that common purpose.
Yeah,
right?
and I think that first decision to invest with us is like the launching of our relationship with them. I think with Fund One, you personally knew several of the investors already. You had built a relationship prior to the investment. With Fund Two, since we're going about it in a little bit different, a larger platform, we want that start of that investment or the conversations before they invest in the capital to launch that relationship, and then we want to see that build over time.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think the consistency of our message is important, because we don't really change. What we say to you before you actually place the money with us and what happens and what we do with it and how it operates and what we share with you afterwards, it's actually still the same. We actually do what we say. And then I think people like that. They might question here or there, like to see some numbers or want to know a little bit more detail. We're more than happy to share any details with people that they want to know. And I think they like the fact that we've heard so far, the feedback that we're getting is the people who've been investing with us for years enjoy the experience of seeing that it matches and that we're still the same people relating to them at the same level. In fact, like you're saying, the relationship might even deepen and things like that.
And I think one thing that is important is that ongoing relationship over a multi-year hold. Right. So we can have a blast of a relationship right from the beginning, but I think it's really important for both of us to have an ongoing relationship so that it continues year over year. And one of the ways we like to do that is if an investor reaches out, I think it's both very important for you and I, as soon as they reach out, if they want a meeting, if they need a phone call, that we schedule that ASAP. We clear the calendars and we get them on a virtual meeting or a phone call, or we're just quick responses with the email, because we want them to feel connected, not just year one, not year two, but all the way through.
All the way. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've had numerous meetings with people. Some people want more time than others. Just depends on their personal level of interest and engagement. But yes, I would say that it increases over time. We certainly make it a priority. One of the proofs that it's been working is we've had 2 other clients repeat and double down, invest a second time. So.
Yeah. And so the systems behind Wingfield, let's talk about that a little bit, that help with that trust. Right. So we've tried to input some systems in what we do, and I think that provides the investor that level of comfort and trust. So one of those is reporting. Yes. So having consistent reporting, we knew we wanted that to be in place and that infrastructure in place prior to launching Fund 2. We spent a lot of time with the legal team, so a lot of calls, setting up the documents and feeling that we had the infrastructure set and ready. Do you want to speak a little bit about that?
One of the things that we decided to do from the very beginning is set up technology, and that way they would have access to the information at any time. So from the very moment the fund opened and was available to the public, we've had the entire time a secure investor portal. And that's a place where they can go and they can access all the documents, all the information, even that legal documents that you referenced. The original ones they might have seen. You know how it is. A lot of people don't read everything. You sign it to get going because there is a trust there. And then we exude that, but if someone ever wanted to go back and see it, it's still there. Any new offerings are there. They can track their returns. They can get their tax forms each year. They get updates whenever they want. We monthly update the rate of return that they're receiving, and which is consistent, but it's always nice to see. Some
Yes,
people like
being
that
able to log
written
in and
proof.
see that,
Right.
being able to track it and feel comfortable and confident that the money that they allocated and committed is there,
Yes.
and being able to see it visibly sometimes is that
It's always
confidence
nice.
and trust booster that people need.
Right.
Speaking of like monthly updates, we monthly, update the allocations and the contributions and everything. We make sure all the figures are updated. Also, monthly newsletters we've been sending out. So we think that helps to just stay connected. It's one
Right.
avenue. If the investor doesn't need a meeting, that's fine. But we want to keep them abreast to what's going on with all the different assets under Wingfield
Right.
and Wingfield itself, and any new hires that we have coming on board. We like to announce those and hot topics in the market.
Right.
So, we are always assessing the market and market trends. And so we also like to share those with our investors so that they can stay abreast.
Yeah, I call those snack bites, right? They get
Yeah.
a little taste along the way frequently, enough consistently where they know they get a little finger point on the pulse to say, where are we? What are we doing? What's happening with our money? Do we still exist? Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Those little things, just a newsletter coming out saying, hey, yeah, we're here. Here's some market things. Here's things with Wingfield. Here's some new things, past things, employees, like you said, lots of different things, just so they can feel connected to what's happening.
And trust is not just about what's being said from our mouths, but sometimes
Right.
having it in some of the updates and some of the reporting, that physicalness of the trust, I think, can help.
One thing they can do is, we have several different businesses. That's one thing that's interesting, and we'll continue to add properties. So there is a physicality to what we have, and they're tangible, hard assets. So if they want to come by and see us, see something we're invested in, see the business, see the financials, they can do that. They can do a fly-in, a drive-by, or an appointment, or we can do a virtual call. So there is a way for people to feel connected, no matter how far away they may be, close or far. We're in pretty good locations, and I think they would like the opportunity to come and see what's happening. So the nice thing about a business is you can see the people and see some of the action going on.
And so one question I have for you, I know this is important to you, so I'd like to bring it out, is why is responsiveness a big deal for you, and why does it matter to you, being responsive?
I think it's the same idea of what you see here. We don't have our phones out. We feel connected. We feel like we're communicating. We can stare each other in the eye, and we can feel like there's a connection, there's a continuity, and most importantly, there's care. And so we want our investors to know that this is a personal, private, exclusive opportunity where they can be personally connected to one another and to us as leadership, and to the businesses and to the employees. We've had some of the investors come to employee events, and they get to see what's happening. They've been really uplifting for them to see it live and in person. So I feel like that care is what we're going after, that connectivity, and it's different than investing in a stock. Even though you might know a brand, you're never in the middle of what they're doing. You don't really get to see. And what we offer for our investors is they can personally get engaged in what we're doing.
Not just the big guys in the sky.
Right.
John, I just have one question for you before we close out the episode. When someone finishes watching this episode, what is the one thing that you would want them to understand about how Wingfield handles investor trust?
Projected returns may start the conversation, but trust is built over time. At Wingfield, we believe communication, transparency, and operational structure are what help investors stay confident throughout the life of their fund investment.